Hey everybody, welcome to another Radio Free NeoTerra. You're here with Ash, and I am here with... Jordan Line. He actually used to work in the Mini Wargaming store ages ago.
A few years
ago, yeah.
Feels like a long time.
Feels like a long time. Feels
Too
like a long,
really.
Yeah, once you get old like me, and then everything feels like a long time ago. I had a kid come in here that I taught how to play, Warhammer in 2003 or 2004. I was like, wow, last time I saw you, you're 11. And he was like 20 now, and
That has to be weird.
Yeah, it broke your mind. It broke my mind because I'm old and stuff. Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna play a 300-point game of the Armoury. Now, as is my pattern, I'm apparently teaching everybody in the Niagara area how to play Infinity. So I am teaching Jordan how to play, just like I taught Adam N3 and Mike N3 in the last two games that you watched. So he's brought in his Haqislam, and we're gonna play a game of the Armoury. Now, I like the Armoury because it's a mission that forces you to actually do turn planning. I found that Annihilation is not a great learning game because it doesn't teach you how to play like 90% of Infinity missions, where you're trying to manage not just what you're doing during your active turn, but what you're doing during your reactive turn as well. So I think this mission teaches Infinity really well. This one in Supremacy because it teaches you to control the board as much as it teaches you to actually go and kill guys and ram around and use your orders. So we're gonna play this right now. We're gonna walk through, take a look at his army, take a look at my army. I'll be playing Ariadna against his Haqislam, and take a look at the mission, and then we'll get started. So here is 300 points of Haqislam. Now normally, this model, obviously this Fide would just be an impersonation marker, but again, we wanna show you all the pretty models. So Adam's gonna tell me left to right what these guys are. So who are these guys?
So we have a Moab with a Spitfire and an X-Visor. Another Moab with a DEP, and he's a medic as well.
Cool.
A regular mine layer with viral mines, and then a grenade launcher rifleman. The Moab with a boarding shotgun and AP close combat weapon.
Cool. That's the Fide?
Yeah, gotcha. Fide. And two Laziques, one with a viral sniper rifle, one with a regular rifle.
Is it a viral or a regular
viral?
Viral rifle? Yeah, that's what I thought. Rifle. And then Gulam back here.
Yep, this is a Gulam medic. And then we have an Asawira with a combi rifle and a shock close combat weapon.
Gotcha.
And then two Rajiks with rifle, shotguns, and close combat weapons.
Cool. Rifles and light shotguns or rifle and shotgun? Or
light shotgun.
Light shotgun? Cool. Awesome. So there it is. There is the 300 points of Haqislam. Here's my 300 points of Ariadna. Again, these would normally just be closed information. They'd be camo markers, but we're going to show you the models because the models are cool. We have two scouts, one with mines and an Ohotnik, and one with an AP sniper. We have three line Kazakhs, one of which is in actually the main group, two of which are outside in a group of their own. One is a paramedic. Then we have para-tank hunters, AP HMG, and an ADHL. And we have a vet Kazakh with an AP rifle, and he's a paramedic. We have a dogface, being a dogface. This is his transmuted state, but obviously there he is with no shoes hanging out in the beginning. And then we've got some parachutists, who again I wouldn't have to show normally. But these guys are super cool. Two Spetsnazes with boarding shotguns and a paracommando who's a forward observer. So that's my 300 points of Ariadna, all Kazakhs. Here's our 4-foot table set up for the Armoury. Now this is again my scenery collection of Infinity scenery because I don't know, I really like my collection and it's all bright and shiny and futuristic looking, so we're gonna use it. It's set up on a 4x4 mat from Frontline Gaming. The guys at Frontline Gaming are nice enough to send me the high-tech urban mat for my channel, so yeah, there it is. It's really cool. The objective building is by Shark-Mounted Lasers. Good old Dexter Schiller, the winner of the North American ITS 2014 title. That's his company. Some pretty cool, affordable terrain. And then a variety of other sources, microarts and Bandu and stuff. So in this mission, the Armoury, you're playing for a central 8x8 objective building, and there's panoplies in either corner, and the panoplies basically are crates full of weapons. Your specialists can go rooting around in them, and if at the end of the game you've pulled more stuff out of panoplies than your opponent, you get 2 objective points, so at the end of turn 3. You also, of course, can use the loot during the game, which is pretty cool. On top of that, at the end of each round, so the end of each paired turn, basically, if you're dominating the room, you get an objective point. At the end of the game, if you dominate the room, you get 3 objective points. There are 2 classified objectives in this game as well that we will tell you guys about when the game is over. So, to get started, we're going to make a face-to-face willpower roll with our lieutenants, and we'll get to choose either the person that chooses turn order and the person who chooses deployment and deployment order. So, rolling off, I succeed with a 9, and I assume you succeed with a 10, so you can choose. You can choose to either be the guy who picks his deployment zone and then picks who deploys first, or the guy who picks where the turn order takes place, so who goes first. It's a big choice, but it's not like other games where you pick basically, do I want to go first or second? It's you get to decide who goes first and second after everybody's deployed.
Yeah. I'm going to pick deployment zones.
Okay, so you want to pick a deployment zone, and then you can pick who deploys first as well. So go ahead and pick your deployment zone. And again, you can pick who's going to be setting their army up as well first.
What are they? They sides or quarters?
It's sides. Yeah, 12 inches on. There's also a zone of occlusion, I should mention, which is a 16-inch strip through the middle of the board into which you cannot infiltrate or advance deploy or parachute. So airborne deployment can't be used and stuff. So you're going to start up over here? Okay. It's also worth noting for when you choose deployment zone, this room is infinitely high. So if you imagine that this is infinitely high, it means that corner-to-corner shooting between these big tall buildings is not possible. So it's actually something I thought about doing, was building an 8x8 like office tower that basically just sat on top of this, but was clear, so you could still see the models that were inside it. I might do that later on.
That'd be really cool.
Tell me in the comments if you want me to, because I have a bunch of 8x8 acetate I could probably do that with. All right, so you're going to deploy over here. Who's deploying first?
You can deploy first.
Okay, so I'm going to deploy first. I'll be back after deployments, and we'll show you where all the models went. All right, so here we have it set up. We've got Dog Soldier, or Dog Face rather, Camel Marker, Camel Marker, Camel Marker, Vet Kazakh, 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 and another Camel Marker, which I, for some reason, picked up. But it was right here a minute ago. Sorry. The Fide tried to show up over here, and I picked up this by accident. He showed up next to my marker. And so across on the Haqislam side, we have the Fide, because she failed her willpower test. She's going to show up over here instead. We've got the Gulam over here, and this guy's a Asawira. We've got the 4 Moyabs. They're sitting over here, and the link leader's right here. We've got a Lassic Sniper and a Lassic Viral Combi hanging out in the rooftops, watching stuff. Of course, all the parachutists and AD guys are off tables, and I get to pick who goes first or second. Now, here's an interesting thing about this particular mission. Going last is a huge advantage, because if you go last, you get to determine who gets the final assault on the room. But on the flip side, going first can mean that I can maybe alpha this link team, I can show up with some dudes in the flanks, and we'll see what's what for that. So I'm considering going first. He can strip 2 of my orders at the command point if I do, but it will give me the advantage of basically being able to decide who gets the room first. And I think I am going to go first in this one and just try and get the advantage of placement after the first turn. All right, so Jordan's opting to spend a command point to flip 2 of my orders, which is probably a wise thing. So he's got 3 left for the game. And that leaves me with 5 in my main group, a lieutenant order, and 2 in my smaller group. All right, so what are we going to do first? We have only 4 in my main group right now because I forgot he's a regular. And I have to make his impetuous order first. So he's going to make a move. Now, there is literally no one that can see me as I've gone behind here. He's going to make his first short skill, which is a 4-inch move over here. And I believe that should be good. All right, and his second short skill is impetuous order. I have to go towards the closest guy. That's this guy over here. We'll move forward again towards him. My impetuous order gone. We're going to do his irregular order now. And he is going to, I suppose, move again. Or is he? Yeah, we might as well. We're going to move 4 up to here. Or his regular order, rather.
I can see him.
You can see him, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. So my second skill will be to, let's say dodge. Being shot through the window by this guy right here. Into him, because you can see me through this window into the doorway. I don't get cover, so I don't really have any choice here but to dodge. So now, what's your BS?
12.
12. All right. Are you within 16 inches is the question. 16 is going to be out. Yeah, go over top. There we go.
That's from my edge.
Yeah. Okay, so just out. And that's going to mean that you are at -3, just for your range, because you have a rifle. So you need to roll a 9 or less. I have to dodge on a 13. I pass. You fail with a 14. So I get out of the way. Now in dodging in the active turn, there is no movement, so he doesn't get to make any more moves. He's just going to stand there. All right, so spending regular orders now. We're going to start off by spending a regular order and a command point, upping 1 down to 3, on making him a spearhead leader. And he's going to do a coordinated order to get on up. So I don't think anything can really see me here because this is infinitely high, and then there's, of course, this blocking line of sight down the wall. And we are going... He can probably see this camo token, though, I think, with the combi.
So an actual figure, yes.
Well, it won't matter. Yeah. Yes, I'm always the height of a figure, right? So I'm always using the silhouette template. Yeah. You got it. So I'm only going to generate 1 ARO with all 5 of these guys, and that means that you get to make a decision, basically, on who you want to go against. The only one you can see is him. So you can choose your ARO to be either, right now, either a dodge, a discover, or you can idle and wait for my second short skill before you you decide what you want to do. Because I'm a token.
Try and discover.
Okay, makes sense. Jordan remembered that Lastic has an X visor, so actually he wouldn't have suffered the -3, but he rolled a 14, so it ended up not mattering. So now what's your willpower on this guy? The Lastic? Okay. So 14, you're not going to suffer any penalty for range because you have an X visor. But I am a camo marker in cover. I get to make my first short skill move first, though, so I'm going to come into the open, so you're not going to suffer the in cover bonus. Or penalty, rather. So I'm going to move 4 inches to here. Resolve the rest of my first short skill. 4 inches to here. And that's his. This camo marker is going to move 2 and then 2 more over to here. That's guy number 3. Guy number 4 is going to move 4 inches up to here. And then this here fella on the dealie, he's just going to move 2 inches. Actually, he's just going to stay where he is. He's going to make a 0-inch move. So your discover roll, you go ahead and I'll do my second short skill afterwards. It's just easier. 20, that will definitely fail. With the -3 imposed from me.
You are inept.
And I'm now out of line of fire. I'm just going to complete my second short skills here. So I'm going to move 2 inches and 2 inches over to this corner with that token. The Vet Kazakh is going to move 2 and then 2 more to hang out beside this. He is still a spirit leader. This camo marker is going to move 2 and then 2 up to this crack right here. And then he is still within 8 inches, so he's fine. We're going to move 2 and then 2 more with this Kazakh. I'm going to spend another command token and another order to do another coordinated order. Now this time, I'm going to make this camo marker the coordinated spearhead leader. I don't think anything has got line of fire to me now, because I'm well silhouetted behind here. We're not going to include him. He's not going to be part of the coordinated order. I'm going to do a first short skill to move. So I have lots of room here to move this camo marker 4 inches up to this door. He's going to move to the other side of this. This camo marker is going to move just to this right here. And then this Kazakh is going to move 4 inches, not even 4 inches, but we're just going to move over behind this wall. My second short skill, this camo marker, the spirit leader, is going to reveal itself to be a Tank Hunter HMG. And he is going to place a det charge, a D-charge, on this door. So that's basically, I'm at a happy place with this. It's very hard for stuff to come and get me right now. I've got 2 regular orders in that order pool left. I think I'm going to start planning my next turn a little bit. So I'm going to start that by bringing on some parachutists. They're going to contribute their own order to the order pool. I have 3 of them. We'll do them one at a time. So they all are coming on this corner right here. And they all get placed on the table edge within 16, but not within 12 because of the zone of occlusion. And we're going to place 1, we're going to place 2, we're going to place 3, all with their own orders. And they will hang out right there. Out of my little combat group, I'm going to flip an order in it. I'm going to put this guy in suppression fire. So that should keep this area generally fairly safe from the Rajiks, because I don't want them to show up and be murdering anybody. I'm going to flip this order on this fellow right here, because he's in the small order pool. And we're going to put him on suppression fire as well, to just hold that area. That's both orders from that pool. And I have 2 orders left in the main pool. Question is, do I blow the door or do I not blow the door? I think I'm happy having the door det charged and waiting to see what you do with the room, because I'm in position to storm it if you decide that you want to be so greedy as to go inside. Now my other options here, I have 2 orders. Not really super sure what I want to do, but I think I like the idea of closing down some lines of advance. Now, I do have this camo marker, but it can't see anything just yet, because that... Oh no, I can see the guy behind the car. What is that guy? He's a...
This guy?
No, the other guy?
It's an Asawira.
An Asawira. And then over here, I have a camo marker that can also see that Asawira in the open. So I think we're going to spend an order to reveal this camo marker over here to be a scout. And he's going to take a shot at that Asawira. Right here. Now you are in the open, and you're definitely between 16 and 48. It's a 48-inch table. So that's my good range. Does he have any kind of camo or concealment or anything like that? Like mimetism or anything? Okay, so what we should have done here is I should have declared he's going to idle, and then you would get to make AROs with both him and him. Now I don't believe the Lastic can see me because I'm low here. No, I think this thing right here is in the way.
No, I can see you.
You can see me? Okay, then you get to declare a skill with him as well. So now you know I'm gonna shoot, so you can either what you should have done is just say hold, and hold and delay our arrow to see what I'm going to do next. And now you can just declare any reaction that you want.
I can normally do.
The only problem is because I'm surprise shotting, you'll suffer a -3 penalty to whatever you're doing back at me if I target you.
Everybody?
With whoever I'm targeting.
Okay.
And I get to declare the target after you declare your arrows. And I've already declared him.
Okay.
So now you can just say, I'm going to shoot you with the elastic. I'm going to shoot you with whoever.
Yeah. I can dodge with him.
You sure can.
But if I don't move when I do that.
You do. It's your reactive turn. So you'll move 2 inches plus kinematica if you have kinematica. And there's the Gulam as well who can choose to do something.
Yes. So both the Lazik and the Gulam will shoot back.
Okay.
And you know he will too.
Okay, they're all going to shoot. Okay. So we'll resolve the Lazik and the Gulam because they're both able to basically do whatever they want because it's normal rolls. So the Lassik's going to be in good range because you have a sniper. So +3 because you're in the same range as me. But you'll be at -3 for my cover and -3 for my camo state. So that's -6 to whatever your roll is, +3 rounds out to a -3. So rolling on a 9, 12, that's going to be a miss. And then you've got your Gulam. Now he's at kind of wicked range with a rifle. So I think you're at -6 again for cover and whatchamacallit, range. So do you have a BS higher than 12?
No.
Then you miss. then the bullets go away. And then you've got a shot with your LASIK. Or not your LASIK, your whatchamacallit, your Asawira. What's he armed with? Is it a rifle?
He has an AP rifle.
Cool.
He's BS 14.
All right, so he's again going to be at minus, I believe, 6 for range, -12. So he's a 14, he's at 1 or a 2 here. The dodge may have been better. Nope.
Yep.
And I have 2 shots on 15s. That's a crit and a hit, so the crit's going to bypass your armor and cause a wound. How many wounds do you have?
2.
2, okay, so you take a wound and then you have to make an armor roll versus a 15 for the second hit. To beat a 12 here, it's AP. Actually, sorry, so you're only armor 2, so you have to beat a 13.
Under or over?
Over. Beat a 13. This is the time you have to get overs with armor rolls. 10, so you fail. Now I have shock ammunition, and that means that unless you have shock immunity, you bypass unconscious and go straight to dead. Because I basically headshot. So he gets headshot, and he comes off. I have 1 regular order left here on my lieutenant order. With the regular order, I think what I'm going to do is I am going to put... No, I think I'm happy, actually. I'm going to spend this regular order plus a command token to do a coordinated order with these guys. And you'll see I've burned through a ton of command tokens here, but I want to be upboard right now. I'm going to make this guy right here, the spearhead leader. Again, there's no line of sight because we know that until I hit this door, basically, nobody can see me. So he's going to move 4 inches up to this wall, and then 4 inches again. Just move along here. She's going to do much the same. She's going to move to this corner, and then she's going to, move again. And then the last Spetsnaz, 4 and 4. They're all basically ½ inch apart. Creeping along the walls. And that's my turn. Those are all my orders except my lieutenant order, which I will just burn. All right, so here we go. Turn 1, Haqislam. So you have to check a loss of lieutenants. Did I just kill your lieutenants?
Yes.
Okay, so what's going to happen now is you're going to pile on a bunch of irregular orders. So you have everybody who will get one of these yellow guys individually as opposed to getting a pool of the green ones. So we're just going to place one next to each guy. So the bonus here being Haqqislam is this is actually the only guy who's a regular right now. Everyone else being religious means that they're going to contribute their orders normally to the order pool, and he's going to get to nominate a new lieutenant at the end of the turn. How many orders are you going to have in your pool then?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6 in the pool, 7. And then 1 irregular from the Gulam?
Yeah, so that's 7 actually.
7 in the pool? Gotcha. So 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, you got it. So first order?
He's going to... Moving and shooting, there's no penalties or anything for that in this?
Nope, not at all, but you probably just want to idle, because I don't think you need to go anywhere.
No. Well, I was just debating on not being on that corner. But yeah, no,
fair enough.
We'll stay there and idle, and then...
Okay, so idle's going to pull out my arrows. So I have a scout who can see you. I think I have an Ohotnik over here who can see you as well. Can you see this camo marker if it's up here?
You might need to get a silhouette out for that one.
Okay, let's go. Using the silhouette marker, we can absolutely see here. So this one is going to remain in camo state and not do anything. This sniper is going to shoot at you. So I need to clear your second short skill.
I'm going to shoot at you.
All right, so you're going to shoot at who? At him? Okay,
Ouch.
Perfect. All right, so now we have basically the exact same stats here. You get 2 dice to my 1 though. So you get 2 on a 9, I get 1 back at a 9 because you got mimetism and I have camo. 10's going to miss. 19 and 13 going to miss too. So ping ping, 2 regular orders left, plus an irregular.
When would I spend the command token to bring someone into the main combat group?
You do it before your turn
Before the turn?
starts.
Okay.
Yeah.
We don't do that.
Your parachutists and your AD guys, you can do it anytime though.
Okay. We'll do this a regular order.
Okay, just to get him out of the way.
Yeah, he's gonna move.
Okay, so he's gonna make his first short skill move, or you can just declare your intent.
To this stand thingy.
Okay, well my Scout Sniper can see you. I believe my Ohotnik can also see you. No, I can't. I can't see over that wall. So which way are you going to move? Are you going to move around the car to the left or the right?
To the right.
Okay, so then if you place that marker there, let me just see if I can see you as you go by. Yeah, I can. I can see between that wall. So move him your 4. Yeah, so I'm going to be able to see you as you zip between that gap right there.
Yeah.
As you move by. Yeah, so he's going to... He'll stay where he is. He's actually not going to reveal himself. I will, however, ARO by firing with the Scout Sniper right here.
Okay.
So what's your second short skill? You could dodge, but that'll end your move. You'll just stay there, and you'll be in the open. Or you could just move again and hope I miss you. But I will be hitting on a 15 so I have a 75% chance of just hitting you as you run out the open.
No, I'll dodge.
Okay, you're going to dodge?
Yeah.
All right. So what's your physical? This will be face to
10.
face. 10? So 10 or less. 12 is going to fail. I have 15 or less. And I will crank you with a sniper round. So what's his armor?
1.
You round up, so having it with AP will do nothing. So you're just going to be needing to beat a 14 here. Nope, an 11. And
Why? Never when I need it.
You'll go straight to Doug. You'll get headshot coming around the car. All right, so that is the irregular. You got 6 orders left in the regular order pool. Plus, you get some 80 guys.
Yeah.
So we're going to spend an order on the Lassik with a viral combi, and he's going to idle. I assume that means he's going to try and take another shot, the only guy he can see. So I'm going to dodge, because I know you can see him here. I don't think anything else can see him. Nope. So yeah, we're going to dodge with L Dog Soldier. And I have a physical of 13, I believe.
Yep.
So I'm going to pass with an 8. And you're going to...
That was a miss.
That was a shot, yeah?
All right, no, I needed a 12. But
You have an X5, you need a 12.
12 and I missed.
And what'd you roll?
13.
Okay. So that 2-inch dodge is just going to put us on the other side of the doorway here, and hopefully we don't get smoked again with a viral rifle. Because literally, even though I have a rule called Total Immunity, viral is the only thing I'm not immune to. Link leader. Who's going to be the link team leader? You can nominate a new one each time he activates.
It will be the Spitfire.
Okay, so that's going to be the link leader.
Yep.
And they're going to get a, I assume, short movement skill. Cool. Yep. So now, you've got one thing that can see you as you cross that gap, and that's going to be this camo marker. This guy we already checked. He has no line of fire past the unlimited height building. So that's going to mean, do I reveal myself? I'm going to get one chance to shoot somebody as they go by. So make your first short skill moves. We'll see where you end up. I will... Yeah, because I have to see who I can actually see at the end of your first short skill.
Yeah.
Because it might not even trigger it if I can't see you yet. And actually, what you might want to do is feed the guy you don't want to get, or you don't mind having shot, out into my line of fire, because then I have to declare the shot against him. Alright, so maintain out of my line of fire. Now, the sneaky thing to do with this link team is to feed out the guy that you want to draw the arrow against. And then I forfeit my arrow if I don't shoot him. Okay, so not triggered yet. So now you can do your second short skill. So I don't have to clear my arrow because I can't see anybody yet.
Okay, and so second will be a move again. There are 4 4s. So this guy.
I'm going to come out. You have to do them all because they all happen simultaneously. Okay. Yeah, and then I declare my arrow because now I can see somebody. And I get to pick who I fire.
Okay, I see.
If you'd fed one out during the first short skill, I would have had to shoot him.
Yeah.
Because it would have triggered my arrow, and then everybody else would have been safe. But because they all were out of line of fire, now I can pick who I want to shoot as they move out there. All right, so revealing my Ohotnik now, I can choose who I'm going to shoot at. I'm going to shoot at Ms. Purple Hair there with the old Spitfire. So I can shoot at you at any point as you come into the open. So that's going to be on a +3 here. Which means I need a 15 or less with my Ohotnik. 9's going to hit you. Now you don't get to react here because you've already made your second short skill. So she'll take a damage 15 hits with AP and shock.
Arm 2, so arm 1.
Okay, so armor 1 beat a 14. And that's a 10, so she'll get shocked and go down. Who is the link leader there?
She was.
That's going to break the link now. So using a CP, we're going to reform the link here. And who's going to be the link leader?
The guy with the DEP over his shoulder.
Great. All right, so the link is reformed. You can continue spending orders if you'd like to.
Okay.
Now you're about halfway through your orders. This is probably the time we want to start thinking about your reactive turn. Yeah. So first of all, they're in the wind right now.
Yeah, no, I need to get them. Number one is getting them.
Okay. So no matter what happens here, my scout's only going to be able to take a single shot. And you get to do your second short skill declared probably as a dodge. So 4 is going to get you to the wall here no matter what. Yeah. And whoever I do decide to shoot can still declare a second short skill, so you will be able to dodge.
Okay. So
nobody's going to get any movement.
First.
Yep. So you get 4-inch movement. And again, it'll only generate 1 ARO.
And this is not going to matter anything again for what order and stuff. I can't bait you out with this kind of thing again?
Not right now, because you had to have half of them out of line of fire and one that you'd stick out to basically mean that they got shot. Right now, everybody's seen. Yeah. So you're going to get them out of line of fire. I'll pick which one I'm going to shoot at. And then you get to choose. And I'm just going to pick whoever has a light shotgun. Don't really care which one. Let's say Mo over there. And he'll take a shot as he goes into cover. Okay. So now you can declare your second short skill, which can be to dodge. You're already touching the wall, so you might as well.
Okay. Yeah.
And yeah, you don't get any movement, but you're already where you want to be, basically. So what's your physical? And you get face-to-face against my 15 again. All right, so again within 15. I'm hit with a 7. So if you get between an 8 and an 11, you're going to dodge this. 16, you're going to fail. So take another hit with shock and damage 15. So beat a 14. 14. So again, headshot, one of the light shotguns goes down. But the team is now at the door. To link again, because there's only 2 guys now. And of course, not able to relink because they're below 3. So 3 orders left. If you get in this room, this round, you will be able to get an objective point because you'll hold it at the end of the round.
Yeah, I still have the 2 for my AD guys.
And you do still have AD guys that can come in. That's right. So now, where do those 3 orders want to go? Do they want to go on the AD guys once they arrive to set them up? Do they want to go to get into the room? It's up to you. So go into the think tank. So the Fide getting an order. What's his first short skill? He's going to move. Okay. So now remember, I do have a scout here. Yeah. And he'll be able to see you as you come to about like there. So as long as you hug this wall, you should be fine. I shouldn't be able to see you.
3.
All right, you're good. And again, this will ultimate line of sight. It's going to block pretty much everything. This guy cannot see you.
Okay.
He's too far away.
Second skill will be a move again.
Okay, so she's moving up to the wall.
Yep.
Fide holding the corner with her boarding shotgun. So now, first, Rajik's going to spend his own order to show up. He's going to go right there. So he makes a physical test, or he will disperse 16 inches. So his physical is, I think, 12? Yes. So 12 or less. Now it's going to be a 1, so you're good. So he's going to arrive right there. And you can place the template again if you want.
I'm going to leave it right there.
It can't touch a model.
Okay.
So you'll have to move it
slightly.
That
I moved it.
Yeah. There you go. Now you're good. Now you can put it down again.
1 second. Just gotta
reposition. Yeah, no worries.
As far as I can get that.
Okay. And you can put the other one down inside the templates. There you go. So physical 12 again. And he will arrive with a 3. So the Rajik's arriving on target to hold that corner.
Something going right.
Okay, so spending an order to
on this Rajik, and he will move
to that corner.
Yep.
Okay, so I have a suppression firing line Kazakh that can see you here. So as his ARO, he will declare 3 shots against you. What did you do for your second short skill?
I'll shoot at that guy.
Sounds good.
Guy here.
Yep, that's right. Sounds good. All right, so you're going to shoot back. So now you'll be at -3 because you're suppressed. -3 for cover, so -6. You get +3 for range as long as you're within. So cumulative, he's at +3 for range, will just be a -3. You're going to get 3 shots. I'm at -3 for cover, +3 for range, because I'm also in range, and I have a rifle. So I get straight rolls on, I believe, 11s. Let me 3 and 11s. Yours are 9s? So 9s? Okay. 3 and 9s and 3 and 11s. I get 2 20s and a 5. And you get, whoa! So the 5 is going to cancel this 3. And the 8 and the 6 are both going to hit me. So I'm going to take 2 armor rolls here and get smoked. So I'm armor 1, +3 for being in cover's armor 4. You have a rifle, which is damage 13, so I have to beat 9s twice. 7 and a 6. I go from unconscious right to dead, and you smoke that Kazakh.
Yes! When you're suppressing fire?
Anybody, yep. It's a long skill, though, so you have to already be where you want to be and facing the way you want to be. But it's super handy for holding a quarter. Sorry, and your weapon has to have the suppressive fire trait.
Okay, yeah. That's
so, for instance, like this guy cannot do it. Your viral rifle, however, super good with suppression fire because it can suppress. What you do is you trade all of your stats for range for a +3 at 8 inches, a 0 up to 16, and a -3 up to 24, and then you max it at 24 inches, and a burst of 3. So you get 3 bursts. So what's actually cool about it is a HMG is -3 at 8 inches, 0 up to 16, and then +3 at 16 to 32. It swaps its roles, so it becomes really good when it's on suppression fire at close range, which makes sense, right? You're blowing bullets down range, and the rest of the time when you're aiming it, you're really good at long range. So think of these guys like pillbox. If you have an HMG, it's great to put them on suppression fire. Yeah. Tags with HMGs, same thing. They can hold a corner like nobody else. Last order.
Yeah.
So who'd like to suppress? I would recommend your Lassic suppresses. It'll mean this dog soldier gets 3 shots against him if he tries to come around the corner. Remember, he's impetuous, which means he has to come around the corner next turn.
Yeah.
He's also highly dangerous against everything that's not viral. Okay, so we're going to put a suppressing fire token, which there's the dead guys right there. Cool. And we'll throw that on the last seek, and that's the last order for the turn. And you can nominate a new lieutenant just in secret, so you don't have to tell me who it is. And we go on to turn 2. Now, at the end of the round, no one's holding the armory, so no objective points scored. All right, so the top of 2, I'm going to count my orders. My main pool, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I've got 1 in another order pool. But I can't transfer him over yet because that dog soldier's still alive and he's impetuous and irregular. So 9 orders, 1 lieutenant order, and 1 order in a separate order pool. All right, and I'm down to 1 command token here. So what do I want to do? Well, first things first, I'm going to spend an order. This tank hunter is going to blow the door. I have the armor of that thing down to 3. I get to roll 3 dice against it because it's explosive. And that means to make its armor rolls, I'll have you make the armor rolls for it, because obviously it's like not a friendly model. It has to beat 12. Nice. So 10 and 2, so it takes its 2 structure and it's destroyed. Now we're not going to remove the door, we're going to place it with a narrow access marker, which means that line of sight cannot be drawn through it. Is it under this page over here? I knew it was somewhere because I knew I was going to blow the door. And this becomes a narrow access. So I can move through it freely, but line of sight can't be drawn because there's all kinds of rubble and stuff in there. All right, so I'm not going to go in the room just yet. We're going to set the turn up later on. So I'm going to flip over to 7 orders remaining in the main pool, and I'm going to idle with this sniper. So you've got that Lassic who can see me. I think everybody else that could see me was dead. So you're going to shoot me back? Okay. I am going to shoot you too. So I get 2 on, I get 2 on a 9. Yeah, no.
I think we were 9s.
That's right, we're both 9s, because you have militism and I have camo. So 2 on 9s versus your 1 on 9. I'm going to get a 4 and a 3. You're going to get a 1, so I'm going to cancel that with my 2. You're going to take 2 hits. So versus, what's your armor? I think you're 1. Armor 1, plus 3 for cover, beat an 11 twice. 2 and 10, so you take a wound, shock will kill. Well, that went spectacularly well. So who is going to go next? I have 7 orders remaining. I think it's time to... Oh, sorry. I actually need to do something here. He needs to still be alive for a second, because I actually have to move this guy towards you, and he's going to get an ARO. Because I forgot, I have a long skill here, or a short skill I have to do. So I'm going to make my super jump, and I'm going to super jump into here, because I have to with my impetuous order, because I forgot about it. So you're going to be able to see me with him, and see me with him suppressing. Okay. My second short skill is going to be to throw a 0 visibility smoke grenade 8 inches in front of me, to like right here. So this is going to be face-to-face against all these shots, because I'm throwing a grenade, which is smoke. So you've got plus 3 to hit, because you're over 16 with him. So go ahead and roll that. 15 or less. It's going to crank me with a 10. And then this guy right here is going to get 3 shots at plus 0, hitting on whatever your normal BS is. 12. Go right ahead. So a 17 and 19 will miss, so a 9. So that's the combi, that's the sniper. I have to roll between an 11 and a 13 here to get that smoke off. 7. So this will get the smoke will go off before your combi rifle does, but not before your sniper hits me. So hopefully I don't melt as the smoke goes out. All right, so I have to make an armor roll. 15, I'm armor 1. So I have to beat a 14 here, or I am dead, melted, and my total immunity does nothing. 13, so I'm dead. Yes. All right, now he's gone. So that was important. We forgot to resolve that, but he gets his grenade off, and this guy dies. This actually gets canceled, by his shot, but it still cancels his shot. So basically, this would have only been here until the order was resolved. Now it goes away. All right, so now Dogface is dead. I forgot about him, and we're going to move on to the remainder of my turn. I've got 6 orders left. Do I want to come around that corner? I kind of do. But I need him to be dead first, because he's becoming problematic. So what do we want to do with him? Or do we just want to go take the room? I think we're just going to go take the room. Now, I can coordinated order and get past this guy's line of fire with them, probably. So we're going to try and do that. First things first. I am going to spend an order moving through the narrow access with the tank hunter. Or I could just coordinate everybody in. I only got one command token left, though. Do I want to cross this gap with the command token with these guys? Or do I want to get everybody in the room? I think I'm just going to spend orders to get people in the room. So I'm going to spend an order down to 5. Tank hunter's going to move in. He's going to go to here, so 4 inches. Obviously nobody can see. He's going to move... Actually, he's going to stay where he is. And then we're going to spend another order to put him on suppression. He's kind of happy being where he is. Who's next? We're going to spend an order on the Kazakh. That Kazakh. He is going to move 4 inches. So he's going to go 2 to here and then 2 more up to this panoply. And he's going to root around inside. 2 rolls on the booty table. Get some booty. And see what I want to take. So 2 rolls, 8 and 2. I can choose either have an adhesive launcher or +1 armor. I'm going to take +1 armor. So this guy literally just starts strapping like football pads to himself and becomes armor 4. So I'm going to mark him with a token now because he's gotten himself something out of the panoply. I'm going to spend another order. He's going to move. Or is he? No, he's going to stay where he is. And he's actually just going to go on suppression fire as well. All right, so spending a regular order now on the... Yeah, on this guy. And we're going to coordinate ourselves past the gap, I think. You know what? I don't think I can clear that gap. I think it's too far. I have to move up more first. I'm going to move this back guy 2 and 2 up to here. It's first short skill. And the second short skill, he's just going to move right to the edge, but not into line of fire. Last regular order, we are going to move... this camel marker just behind cover, like so.
There.
And that's it. Yeah. All right, so end of top of 2. I'm now dominating the room. I got some guys suppressing it, and I managed to pull some out of the panoplies. We've got my response team hanging out over here in case the room gets taken back, and we need to see how many orders are in the pool for hack. So we got 2, 3, 4,
6.
Oh, that's right, 5, 6. I keep forgetting there's 2 guys on the other side of this wall. 6 plus a lieutenant order. So the end of the round, if you have not gotten more points into this room than me, and right now I'm sitting on about 29 plus 37, about 60 odd points in that room. I can tell you exactly in a second. Then I will get an objective point.
Go on to the Fide.
Okay.
She will throw a smoke grenade right here.
Okay, sounds good. So targeting that point, you get +3 to your roll, because obviously it is within 8 inches.
Oh, she's on the other sheet. No, she isn't. So 14.
14 or less. Cranks with a 1. So there's a smoke grenade right there. We know it's on top, so she can now move freely. That's going to block line of sight to my sniper. So she can now clear that gap.
Yeah, I'm just going to take that right out of my way because I'm going to be here.
So second order, now you're going to move?
Yep.
Okay.
Just moving there.
So flip another one. That's a new order now.
Is smoke a whole turn?
No, but you have to move plus shoot. You can't shoot then move.
I thought you could shoot at any point during
your move. But you'd have to have moved, right? And that means that would be a face-to-face roll with him shooting you.
Oh.
Then it would become a face-to-face roll.
Oh.
Right? To do it for free, you have to do it as a move then combat order. Right. It's going to have to be in order to do that now, because otherwise it would have been face-to-face. Yeah, to do it for free, you got a title, then do it.
Okay, that smoke is down. I'm not doing that now then.
Okay, so you're not going to move, you're just going to hang out there for a second?
For a second, yeah.
No worries, man. Taking that one back. Yeah, because otherwise you risk your Fide to being, like, shot in the face. It would be face-to-face, it would be 14 against 15. And you rolled a 1.
My roll has been
you rolled a 1 there, so maybe not like a 6 or 7. I can't remember what you rolled. But there's a 1 in the box over there, so that would be bad if it was face-to-face.
We're going to open that door. He's a doctor.
Okay, so make a willpower roll.
Yeah.
That's going to open all the remaining doors. So
14.
Willpower. 8. It's going to pass. So now all these yellow doors open. The destroyed one remains in access, obviously, because it can no longer open.
Okay.
So it's going to reveal, whoops, the people standing in the door.
Okay.
So 4 orders remaining.
He will fire his DP into...
Well, you're going to idle first, and then see what I'm going to do?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so idling, I will declare suppression fire shots from the tank gunner into you.
Okay.
This guy is facing like so. I should be able to see you because this is not the height of a model yet, so I'm going to take some shots as well. Who would you like to shoot into with your DP?
The dude with the armor.
Okay, because he's in the open because I'm not touching cover. Perfect. So that'll be face to face. He's only going to get his 3 shots. I think he's with an 8 because this is an 8-inch building, so I should be at 6 + 2. So that's going to be 3 shots. I have a 13. You have cover. So my +3, -3 is just going to wash into a 13 straight. I think your DP is 1 shot. So -3 to whatever you are because of my mimetism. And that's it. 1 roll versus my 3 on 13s. So you crit me with a 9. So I get no crits, which means I take a damage. AP plus explosive. And that's going to be a armor 4, halved to 2. 3 rolls. I have to beat a 12 3 times. So 12, 14, 13, I take 2 wounds, my no incapacitation is ignored, and I am dead!
Beautiful.
Now my straight rolls back with the APHMG guy. He's going to get 3 rolls, +3 for range, because he's suppressing, -3 for your cover, so just straight rolls on 12. So 1 crit, 2 crits, that's 2 wounds. See ya.
That's unfortunate.
4 orders left.
I'm just in the position where I can't afford to lose too many more guys.
This is true, and you do kind of need to take the room.
Yeah. Okay. How many guys left? There's 2 up there. And shoot.
Okay, so you're just going to crawl over to the corner?
Yep.
Okay, so move up to the corner. My IRO will be to shoot you with my APHMG.
No, I'm going like right into the room.
Oh, you're going all the way into the room? Okay. If you do that, I will shoot you while you're in the open. Right? Because I can shoot you at any point along your move. So I'll shoot you when you clear the door.
Right.
So you probably just want to move to the corner and shoot me.
Okay.
Because if this doesn't work, at least you're in cover.
Yeah.
All right. So you're going to move into the corner. And then I'm going to get my 3 shots again at +3, -3. So 3 on 12s. You're going to get 3 +3 for range with your rifle. Actually, sorry. You're not a combi, so you're 0 up to 8 inches. You're +3 between 8 and 16. So +6 because you're going to use light shotgun. +6, -6 because I'm in cover and I have camo. So straight rolls for you.
1
with,
dice.
2 dice, I believe, with light shotgun. You get straight rolls.
So 18.
Bam. Well, no, straight rolls. Yes, because -6 for my cover.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah. Sorry.
So you get the 10 for sure, and I get 3 on 12. An 11 and an 8. So the 11's going to cancel the 10. The 10's going to cancel the 8. You're going to take 1 hit. At 15, AP will have your armor, but you don't have any armor to have. So it's 1 +3 for cover. You have to beat an 11.
No, he has armor.
I know, but it's a 1. You round up,
Right.
so it doesn't matter.
That's what. Oh, yeah. So
right.
I'm just half hearing.
1 doesn't really do anything. So go ahead and make a plus, beat an 11. 1 dice. 14, you do. So now, are you religious?
Yes.
Which means you have V courage, so you don't have to get up.
That. Or we need to move this guy out of the way. He's going to. This is annoying. 4. I don't know what else I'm going to do. 4 and move again.
It's just not quite to see me, but just to the edge.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Okay, well, I'm going to shoot you with my sniper as you come around the corner. All right, so the sniper getting a single shot in the open over 16. I need a 15 or less. 20's going to miss, so you're good.
Cool. Get this Moya, or the Fide, out from behind this door, finally. And
Okay,
along the
so
way here.
of course the smoke marker there obscuring from my scouts, so I can't see anything. So you get 4 and 4.
And.
Or sorry, 4. So should be able to go take the room at the end of the game, potentially.
1 order to.
You could just put him on suppression, which would make this room a nightmare to go back into, but it would trigger an arrow.
Yeah.
Or you could try and raw dog me again with your shotgun.
Rajik's going in and shooting.
Rajik's going to go in, okay. So the Rajik moving in around the corner. I will shoot you as you go towards the door with him as my first arrow.
Yep.
He will shoot you with his APHMG.
Balls.
So that was your first short skill. What would you like to do in your second short skill?
Shoot, heavy machine gun, dude.
Okay, what are you shooting with?
Shotgun.
Your shotgun? Great. Okay, so I get a single shot. I need a 15 here, unopposed. Crank you with 11, so it's 1 armor roll. Halved whatever your armor is versus a 15.
So 1.
3, so he's going to die, but you still get to make your face-to-face roll here, so you'll be dead at the end of all this. So face-to-faces, I've got 3 shots at +3 as you come through, so I need 15s. A 2 and a 6 will hit, and then you get your 2 shots at straight rolls, because you're +6. Ah, crits me,
Beauty.
so I go down as well, and he's going to be unconscious. So he'll be unconscious and bleeding out. And you got your lieutenant order left.
He can only spend it on himself, right?
On himself, that's
okay,
right.
Then no, we're not going to spend it.
All right, so once again, I'm bleeding to death in here. So unfortunately, I don't get to do the whatchamacallit, the scoring. We're going to score 0 CPs here. And I got to find a way into this building. So let's count my my command things. I got 1, 2, 3, my orders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 1 in a separate pool. We're going to keep him in a separate pool because I'm not really worried about him now. So yeah, sorry, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's right. And then 1 in a separate pool and a lieutenant order. And I kind of need this CP. All right, so first order, this camo marker is going to move 2 and 2 up to this corner. What would you like to do? Unless you delay ARO, your only options right now are to discover or dodge.
Do my own models block line of sight?
They do up to their height, so if you have the same size model behind you, you won't be able to see with the Fide.
So the Rajik will shoot at that guy, or he'll discover, I guess, then?
Okay, or you could delay and see what I'm going to do next.
Yeah, I'll delay.
Okay. I am going to just stand there.
Okay, well, I'll try and discover that.
Okay, so you're going to try and discover everybody? Okay, so what's the willpower on him?
12, I think.
12, all right. So I am in cover and I'm a camo token. So you'll be at -6 to whatever your willpower is. +3 for range, -6 for cover and camo. So
17.
17. No, it's -3 overall.
Oh.
But you rolled a 7,
Okay.
so you're good. So I'm discovered to be a tank hunter with an AP HMG. Or sorry, AP right. Discovered to be in the room. His discover roll now, obviously useless because you've already discovered. Another order, we're going to move this Spetsnaz. And he's going to move just the 4 up to the edge here, like his buddy. So again, out of line of fire of Johnny lots of guns over there. Command token and an order now getting used to do a coordinated order with these guys. We're going to make him the spearhead leader. And then we are going to make our first short skill move, which is 4 inches across this gap. So 4 and 4. And then she's going to move 4 as well, just up to the edge here. So now you can declare your AROs against either of these two guys.
They're the same?
Exactly the same, yeah. Mimetism, and that's about
Okay.
it. So that guy right there, awesome. They are going to move, not even dodge. She's going to get straight shots. You're outside of 16 probably,
Yep.
which will put you, you have an X-Visor though?
Yep.
So you're going to ignore any negative penalties, and you're just going to be -3 for my Mimetism. So 3 shots at -3. 3 and 9s. The 4 and the 5 will both hit, so I'm going to finish their second short skills, and then the one's going to make it his armor roll. So 4 inches to here, 4 inches to here. She's going to move just up to the edge here, stay inside zone of control of them. He's still the assault leader. And he has to make his armor rolls, 2 of them. He's armor 2, and no cover, so I have to beat a 11 twice, or I'm melted. 13 and a 6. The 6 is going to kill me, so this guy's going to die. All I needed was the one guy to make it, though, so now I can spend another order. He's going to move. He's no longer a spearhead leader, obviously. He's going to move 4 inches up to this door, like so. I believe you can see me with that guy right there.
You betcha.
Okay, what would you like to do with your arrow?
Shoot.
I will shoot you as well with my boarding shotgun.
I will shoot you with a...
Light shotgun?
Grenade launcher.
You probably want to shoot me with a shotgun.
I don't have a shotgun. You have a grenade launcher.
You shot me with a shotgun, though.
Not that guy.
Yeah, he did. He killed him with the shotgun.
No. The guy
Yeah.
who killed him was a Rajik.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was. The
Are you
Rajik breached
sure?
in through the side, and I shot him
Oh,
the first
yeah,
time.
you're
missed,
right.
And then you killed that guy.
This guy had the shotgun, okay.
He didn't do anything.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. So you've got a grenade launcher or your rifle. You're probably better with your rifle.
Yeah, okay.
So 0 mod, 1 shot. I get +6, -3. I ignore your cover, so -0. So I hit you on 18s or less with 2 shots. 1 and a 2. So you get 1 shot. You're going to be at -3 for cover, -3 for mimetism. So -6 to whatever you have.
6s.
All right, roll 6. Roll a 3 to 6, and you get to ignore everything here. 1, no. So that 1 will cancel my 1. But you'll take a hit with the 2. So it's going to be damage 13 with the boarding shotgun. So 1 armor roll, having whatever your armor is, but you do get your... Actually, you don't even get cover because I have marksmanship level 2. So you just get armor 1 against a 13. 10, so he's going to be dead. Shock ammo, so he goes directly from unconscious to dead. All right, so spending another order, he's going to enter the room. He's going to go 2, and then 2, up to here. I don't think anyone has ARO. And then he's going to move 4 more up to this wall, like so. Second last order. He's going to move to the edge here. Arrow? You're not going to shoot me?
I can't see him.
You sure?
Oh,
you should be able to,
no,
yeah.
Like barely. It was
Okay.
like...
I'm sure, because I can draw a line from my base to your base from where I am, so I'm pretty sure you can see me.
Yeah, okay, no. It was because this little
Gotcha,
thing
yeah,
was
yeah.
messing up my vision of
Yeah, no worries. So dodge or shoot or what?
If I dodge, I move, yeah?
You can move 2 inches, yep. Kinematica.
How many do you have orders left?
I have 1 order left in each pool and my lieutenant order. 1 shot at -3 for mimetism, -3 for cover. So -6 because you have a rifle, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so whatever you're at -6.
No, he's going to use his shotgun.
Okay, so you're at minus nothing then. So
Yeah.
straight roll. I'll be at +6, so I need 18 or less with 2 shots.
Okay.
I get a 13 and 18, so that's a crit. So I crit you with an 18. Is your 12 a crit? Or are you both skill 13?
I'm 12, yes.
Are you 12 or 13?
I'm 12.
All right, so that's going to cancel out, and he's just going to stay there. And then for our last order, we are going to put another order into him, and he's going to do it again. So another shot into the Rajik there.
I will shoot back again.
All right, so we get straight.
No, because never mind. Yeah.
So you get 1 roll, straight dice, 12. I get 2 rolls, 18s, because I ignore your cover. So 2 and a 6, 9. So that's going to cancel my 2 and my 6. And I'm going to get hit once with a shotgun. Damage 13. I get armor of 2 plus cover is 5.
That'll spray across these guys too, won't
Oh,
it?
you want to do the impact template? You can. Yeah, absolutely. The impact template's going to hit both these guys. So I'm going to get to make a roll of armor 5 here. And the damage is 13, so I have to be 8 once. 20, I do. He's got courage, he's a veteran, so he's fine. He's armor 3 plus 3 is 6, so I have to beat a 7, sorry. 15, I do. He'll have to make an armor roll, though, I think, for Tank Hunter, or a willpower test. I think he's going to fail, which means he will move back into cover. This order I'm going to burn, Lieutenant order I'm not going to use, so that's going to end turn 3 for me, and you can try and take the building. What you got left for orders?
3, yeah. Weak. Very weak handed on Lieutenant's order. Where'd the order tiles go there? Oof. Okay. Okay, it was last turn. She will use the Lieutenant's order.
Okay.
He's my lieutenant to
You're going to try and just take the
this
room?
guy. Yeah, he can't really. Yeah, he's not going to be able to get there.
There's no point in trying to kill me. All you need to try
Yeah.
and do here is take the room.
I was doing whatever I can with the orders I have.
You need to take the room.
Oh,
or
no,
you're gonna
because
lose the game.
well, yeah.
The only objective points here is trying to take the room. So you might as well just light shotgun me until you can get in there and then take it. I have no getting back. If you kill these 2 guys, I have no turn after this, right?
Okay, right.
So if you can light shotgun them to death and then just move in, you win the game.
Yeah.
So spending an order, it's irrelevant if this guy's in cover or not because I'm going to ignore it with him. He's going to move around this corner over here. And that's his first short skill. I'm going to shoot you with the boarding shotgun and ARO. And I guess I'll take a shot with my AP rifle too as you come around. And then you get to declare your second short skill.
Boarding shotgun at the Spetsnaz.
So the light shotgun rather?
Yeah.
Yep, okay. So you get 2 shots with your light shotgun. You will hit at -6 plus 6, so just straight roll. I'll get 1 back on an 18 or less with +6. So if you hit twice with a 5 and a 7, I get between an 8 and an 18. Which I don't get, so I get hit twice. The impact template again is going to hit both guys. I do get face-to-face. Well, I do get face-to-face with him with the AP rifle, though. So 1 shot, because you can shoot anywhere along your move. So you can shoot it, you can optimize where the template
Yeah, I
goes.
totally forgot about that.
So I get 1 shot to try and cancel this roll of 5 and 7. I'm at +0 for range, and +0 for cover, because I do it while you're in the open. So I get 1 shot on a 12 here. Crit you.
Nice.
So I'm going to cancel these 2 shots. The impact templates won't go off.
That sucks.
And you get critted. So crit, you just go right to unconscious.
Oh right, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, unconscious. I don't have shock on him, so you're just going to be out cold
Yeah. Okay.
and laying down.
I'm gonna say he's dogging.
So 2. Oh, is he dogged?
He is.
Well, you can keep
But-
spinning orders on him if you want.
What's the point though?
There isn't really a point. No,
If
so you're just going to
if I
stick
have the
unconscious.
boarding shotgun at this point, I may as well switch to that.
You might as well switch to the other one. Yeah, that makes sense. So
Yeah. So
Bidet,
she's.
gonna move up to the corner. Try to do
I
the
have
same
to get her
trick.
in there though, don't I? She has to be in the room at the end of the time.
You could walk right. Yeah, you could walk right up to this corner right here, as long as you're not in base to base, and still fire your boarding shotgun.
Okay, she's gonna do that.
Okay, so as long as it's within 4 inches.
Where's the thing? She's not gonna get in there on it.
Basically, just stand in front of me, and this way you can at least get your template into me. Doesn't matter if you're in cover or not, because I'm just going to ignore it with him. It'll only matter for him. And that's going to be boarding shotgun against boarding shotgun. So I need an 18 with one shot. You get 2 shots at +6, -6, so you're straight BS.
11.
Actually, sorry, you'll be at -3. You'll be at +3, so you'll be 14 because you're now where I'm not in cover.
Right.
So you need a 14 with 2 shots. I need a 12 with 1. I get a 14 and I miss. Sorry, I get an 18 with 1. I get a 14 and I hit. So that 14 is going to cancel the 3 and the 5. And you make 1 armor roll versus a 14. With whatever your armor is. 8, nope. And he is shock. So does she have 2 wounds?
I doubt it.
Okay.
Nope.
And down she goes.
Where's- Yeah.
Alright guys, so there you go. 300 points of the Armory. At the end of the round, I will score 1 for holding at the end of the round, +3 for scoring at the end of the game. I think neither of us got our classifieds. That puts it at a 4-0 against Haqqislam. So what'd you think?
It was pretty good. I screwed up a lot in this, but I mean, like, first game.
I don't think you screwed up a lot. I think the hard thing is knowing how to play in the second half of your turn. That seems to be the thing that most people struggle with in their first game.
And like the movement kind of positioning, it's not where I would reflexively think to move my guys for how the turn structure works.
Yep.
So like I would naturally think to like be on the corner I want to be on right away, or like to come around a corner,
Right.
where I have to already be in position
To do some
Yeah, like I have to leave myself exposed before I would want to,
Yeah.
logically, but that's how the game has to work. So
Yeah.
I'm wasting orders doing things I don't want to be doing.
Yeah. You used your coordinators really well there. You did manage to get those guys, even after I took the first turn, I got all my orders stripped. You managed to get through those 2 fields of fire that I set up to get them onto the door and blow the doors and get inside the room. You actually took the room back from me at least once. That was cool because the room changed hands twice during the game, which I thought was pretty neat. I liked the game of Armory because we didn't actually score until the end of the game. It was like a take a room, leave the room, take a room, leave the room, and it ended up being kind of anybody's game right down to the very, very end.
Yeah, I was really feeling a little demoralized halfway through, but as I started actually getting guys into the space, which is where I was getting punished a lot because it was really bad deployment over there. And,
realizing what the fields of fire are and stuff like that in this game is a huge
When
thing.
I put them there, I totally forgot about the camo marker that was sitting up there, and I was just like, oh,
that car is not going to do anything. Yeah, exactly. So it's an interesting mission. I think it is a great mission to learn on because it teaches you that what's alive and what's dead isn't so important as what's completing the mission and what's not completing the mission. I love Armory. I think it's my favorite rulebook mission from N3, simply because it's all about a very distinct objective. It feels like playing Counter-Strike. Or when you play Counter-Strike, and there's that like domination room that you have to take. It's exactly like that. You got the guys throwing grenades in, you have to try and get into place, but the flanks and the outside of the building still matter.
Yeah,
because it's about shutting down how you get to the building.
Exactly, because like that was really where it came in on the end. Was we rushed for the fronts and we got in, and then the real fight at the end was through the Spetsnaz guys coming through the side and my own guys on these sides here.
Absolutely, and actually, I took a huge number of casualties getting my counterattack in. That Spetsnaz and Paracommando unit is designed to be my second wave that goes in and pulls the building out. But those two, the two Laziques right there, are the most terrifying thing to me because they basically ignore my total immunity. So my dog soldier, who's the guy that I usually go to get snipers with, because he can just run through bullets and it just makes him angry the first time you kill him.
Yeah.
He doesn't like that. He gets melted by viruses, which is bad, which is what you saw happen. He just got a headshot and got killed by a viral sniper round. And that was actually, I think, your field over here. You really held this alley. The problem was that when you decided to commit your AD troops, I think, you committed it to a spot where I already had.
Yeah, it was what I had made a mistake. I shouldn't have even bothered with this. When I was thinking in quadrants, like mentally, and I know I want to work in a quadrant, I should have stuck to that idea instead of spreading out along my zone, and then I tried to overcompensate. Because
what's cool is your Rajiks could have actually shown up in places that would have been even more difficult and safer, which is you could have put them here, like behind this wall. They could have gone in the building later on. They could have come on over here. They could have come on back here and actually just climbed up the wall and killed her because she can't even do anything.
Yeah, I was worried about her going there because I wasn't sure how much clear positioning I would have because I figured she's probably the same thing that Jerk is over there.
Yeah.
And
she's good at short range though. What's interesting is camo markers can see 360, but guys only see 180. So once I'm no longer a marker, actually, it's safe for your AD guys to come in because my field of fire is now determined.
So I could drop back.
You can drop back here and I can turn any arrows. Exactly. So it's interesting, but again, first game, you learn a lot by playing this game. I think more than you do by looking at the rules because it's walls of text.
Very definitely, yes. Can be very
overwhelming.
Yeah, deep to look into.
Absolutely.
Dense is the word.
Dense like a dying star. So Jordan's going to be playing a lot more actually in the MWG Infinity Leagues. You'll see lots more of his Haqislam army. Thanks guys for watching. We'll see you for more what is this, Radio Free NeoTerra, which is my Infinity show. Until then, happy wargaming.